Hi there, welcome to GearNews.com's coverage of NAMM 2021, and today we're talking about PRS guitars. Always a highlight of NAMM, I think, every year to see what they've got going on, what's new in PRS world. And we picked out one guitar that we thought was particularly interesting that we want to show you today. We're going to have a look at the promotional video that just came out for this guitar, and here to give our reactions to this special new PRS guitar. I've got Jeff Stone, who's our resident guitar expert at GearNews.com. Say hello, Jeff.
Hi there, how you doing?
Awesome. And with us also is PRS aficionado and member of the editorial team at Gear News. It's Asad Zafar. How you doing, Asad? You right?
I'm good.
Awesome. Cool. Now we are going to have a look at the new Fiore, the Mark Lettieri. That's getting a lot of comments and views on social media. So we're going to go and dive in here, give you a lowdown on the guitar, take you through the specs, and then give you our reaction at the end. Let's see. This is the promotional video. It's with Mark Lettieri himself introducing his guitar. Let's take a listen.
I thought Jeff Beck.
Slight Beckish element there, absolutely.
I think what's most exciting about this guitar is that it really allows the player's individual personality to come through. I like my guitars to be a blank canvas, an open canvas of free space, a blank slate, however you want to call it, so that I can hear myself. This might sound silly, but I don't know if I want to hear the sound of the guitar. I want to hear the sound of me personified through the guitar. And so if you pick up one of these, it's going to sound like you. So that's all you want, right?
I've just got to pause it there just for a second because I love the fact that he's talking about a guitar. It's a signature guitar that he is saying, yeah, this is about letting you play, get through your own style. But I think a lot of people look at signature guitars as a way to get somebody else's tone, which I think is really cool.
That's true.
But I like the way he's talking about it. They've put a lot of thought into this guitar. There's some clever little features, and they've balanced out a few different things. Well, let's have another look. But those bird outline inlays. What do you think of those, Jeff?
Yeah, they're subtle. I'm not a massive fan of the birds.
I've never named a guitar before, and it was a little bit of an odd process.
I think I'd have preferred moons.
The moons.
So I had my daughter do it.
They would have looked a little bit more.
She's 3.5, and I showed her the guitar. I showed her this red one, and I said, "What do you think?" And she goes,
"The moons have become pretty rare, right?"
And I was like, "Wow."
Yeah, true.
Okay, I can work with this.
I think
so.
Yeah.
I have a little bit of Italian heritage.
I'm so glad his daughter said flower.
Flower in Italian is Fiore, which just sounds great.
That's sweet.
And then the more I thought about it, I was like, well, the idea of a flower is something that blooms, it grows, it develops, it expands, it contracts.
Yeah, it's a good thing that his daughter didn't design the guitar.
As a musical person on your own path, you do. And so I thought, okay, this actually kind of is starting to make sense here. Plus, the notes on the guitar really just bloom, they blossom. So it kind of all came together.
Nice like that.
That does sound good.
Yeah, it does. And PRS, the PRS videos,
it's a family affair in the sense that my mom did this. She's an artist. She studied a lot of stuff from the Renaissance and things like that. And so she took some kind of traditional Renaissance designs and mocked them up to create this emblem, which is sort of floral in nature. It just looks really cool. So I had her do that because I didn't really want my name on the front of it, but I wanted something that represented the guitar well.
So let's just take a quick pause there. So he's introduced the guitar. He's talked a lot about his personal process and his family helping design it. Jeff, do you want to take us through a couple of the specs? What body wood and pickup configuration, that kind of thing.
Yeah, sure. It's all pretty bespoke to Mark. He's got his 2-point trem system, which, as far as I'm aware, is the only PRS with a 2-point trem system, and very Jeff Beck.
Right.
And reminds me of other models out there. It's a swamp ash body, which is a great choice. It's a maple neck. We know it's his own neck profile. We don't know all the measurements yet. We've heard there might be a 10-inch radius fretboard. I think that's all we've heard.
Yeah, that's right.
And it's his own pickups, Fiore. So it's a humbucker in the bridge, 2 single coils. And we know that there are 2 push-pull switches on the tones, but I'm not sure actually what configuration they give on the pickups. But listening to this demo now, it does sound super even across all those notes. I think his playing obviously is amazing. And it's, for me, it's lovely to hear a PRS demo that's not full of blues licks. Because, man, that shit's boring. This guy can properly play. Those notes do bloom, and he does. He's playing beautifully cleanly, and that guitar is putting that across.
Awesome. Yeah, it's a super package. Absolutely, totally.
Yeah, it sounds sweet.
So, what do we think about the? So, none of these models have got pick guard. Something that a couple of people on 1 or 2 of the forums picked up on. Oh, it's not got pick guard. What do you think?
You want one?
Why would you want one? Yeah, I think most people are kind of used to them, aren't they? And here's something. I mean, it's a very kind of clean look, isn't it? And
I like it.
Do you think it makes sense? Swamp ash body, no pick guard. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, definitely.
It reminds me a bit of the Swamp Ash specials, and it's also not very stratty. I think it has its own kind of shape. It's kind of wider at the bottom.
It reminds me
okay
of
with
a few brands. It's definitely reminiscent of other guitars out there.
Yeah. So what would you compare it to, Jeff?
It'd have to be Ernie Ball, Music Man, Luke. The Luke 3, I think it is. It's 2-point trem, HSS layout, direct mounted pickups onto the body, no pick guard. I think if you want snap as well, that's going to help. And that's going to help with little things, sustain and everything. So, I think it's a sweet idea to not have a pick guard on this particular model.
What's the scale length on this?
25.5 inches. So Fender Stratocaster scale.
So
California guitar.
California guitar. That's right. Let's have a quick look at the pricing on this, shall we? I think the list price that we've got is $2,449. Fair price for a guitar like this? What do you reckon, Assad?
Yeah, I guess that's okay. I mean, you get these fancy pickups, you get that. I guess you get a decorative truss rod cover. But it has it's a signature guitar. Yeah. It's a Paul Reed Smith. I'm sure it's well made. It sounds really nice. Yeah. I think that's okay. I mean, it would be nice if you get a hard case thrown in with that, but
it's got gig bag.
That's how it is.
Not instead of
gig bag.
Yeah.
For almost $2,500.
But that's okay as well. I think it's okay. It's okay. It's not so bad.
It's about the right price, I think, for a US built guitar. If you looked at Ernie Ball, Music Man, I think we're looking at about $2,500 for a Luke with a hard case. I think the Luke's about $100 more. You could buy a hard case for $100, I'm sure. But I think if you look at it in terms of how original it is, it's got a brand new trem. It's got 3 brand new pickups. And those things cost money to develop. So you're not going to get those on any other guitar in the world. So if you want those things, you're going to get them here. Whether you like it or not aesthetically, I think that the sound of it is really pure. It's a really pure sounding guitar.
Sonically, I think it's a super package.
Yeah.
And he was talking about this, the idea that you want, when you've got an HSS, you don't want it to sound as though you got 2 kind of worlds just chucked into the same guitar. And the way he's playing it makes total sense, and it really does seem to kind of harmonize very well those two different worlds. So it really does seem to gel very well. I think they've given this a lot of thought. So which color would we go for? A black or white solid, or the red transparent?
Shit, that's tough. I like the red one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the red transparent. I was watching the video with, the the Paul Reed Smith, the 2021 launch party video. It's actually really, 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 really dark purple.
Wow.
So it's not actually black.
Ah, right. Okay, cool. Did you watch all 3.5?
I'm on the Mark Lettieri bit right now. Yeah, it's 3 hours long.
It was very long, but it's cool, and I think it's great.
It's cool, yeah. It's cool, yeah.
I want to play one. Put it that way.
Yeah, I mean PRS. They like going there to NAMM. When you go there, and you talk to the people, and our press contact there, and the people at the booth, and you always get a big welcome. It's always super. It's like you get more of a kind of like family feeling with PRS, I think, and yeah, I think it's always a special thing to go there at NAMM. So, all right, so thumbs up, I think, on this. I think we're all pretty impressed with the.
I think it's a well-balanced guitar, don't you? Yeah. I'd say if I had to describe it, it would be kind of a pure, well-balanced tone, and if that's what you want, if you can play as articulately as this gentleman can, you need an instrument that can convey that. And you're not just thrashing out chords through a Marshall,
absolutely,
loads of distortion. You actually want to get good note definition. You should be checking this guitar.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, I reckon it's worth it.
Fantastic. Thanks very much. Thanks very much for watching. And please stop by guineas.com. Check out our NAMM coverage, PRS, Fender, Gibson, Ibanez, all the big brands. And we'll see you there soon. Thanks very much for watching. Take care. Bye, guys.